It's hot as hell in Philadelphia. Someone ought to open up a window. I say vote yes, vote yes. Vote for independency. Someone ought to open up a window.
Well, this is the first time for me to work at the Ford's Theater. It's a place that I have heard about and in a very positive light from all of my friends and colleagues that have worked here. And when the opportunity came up, I certainly jumped at it, and that it was 1776 and at this political time just made it very exciting for me to come on down here. I've been to DC a number of times, and I've never worked at this theater, and I'm very happy to be here.
The audiences seem very bright and smart. They're smart about government here, just based on where they live. And so it's good. I think it's very vibrant here. Vibrant theater community here. I like that.
Someone ought to open up a window. No, too many flies, but it's hot as hell in Philadelphia.
I had the chance. They had done a production of it about 8 years ago, or 9 years ago at this theater as well, and I did a different role in that, and that was my second show here. My first time in the theater doing a show, you look at that box and it has this amazing presence in the theater, and also in particular with in terms of the history of this piece and how it affects the history of this theater 100 years later, which is Absolutely. A quote from John Adams, that they didn't use in the play. If we don't deal with the slavery issue, we'll deal with it 100 years hence. It's something I think the authors decided not to use in the play because they didn't think the audience would believe it, but it is actually one of his quotes, and that resonance and the connection with the theater is undeniable. It's pretty amazing.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It was actually a kind of a surprise to me how this piece fits into this room so perfectly, because the second half of the play is talking about that great compromise that had to be made about something very important as enslaved people. And in a way, what sort of sets the long fuse for what sort of ends up in this space in 1865. So to me, it adds an extra gravitas to the whole thing.
I think it's very exciting. There's a place in the show where slavery comes up, and the fact that that was one of the big compromises that was excised from the original document, sadly. And there's a line that Adams has that says to Franklin, "Mark me, if we give in on this issue, posterity will never forgive us." And where I'm standing, I'm literally looking at Franklin, and right where your head is Lincoln's chair, like right there in the box. And it's actually, at times I have to not look because it's so moving and sad and upsetting, and it's like, oh, that led to that. Led to now. It's just like, it's so heavy being here. And so it's great to be here. It's a beautiful theater.
I was personally very excited about doing 1776, although I'd done it twice before. I was very excited about doing it here at the Ford's Theater because of the history in this theater, and also in DC, and also during this political time. And I am hopeful that a lot of our representation will actually come and see this to get inspired and also to be reminded as to how things should be going, and maybe get some inspiration and do the right thing by this country.
That's what art's supposed to do, right?
That's the hope. We'll see.
I've performed here quite a bit, and I sometimes play the mind game of thinking, what would Abraham Lincoln think of the things that he sees on the stage at Ford's Theater today? And I think that he would like this.
I say vote yes. Sit down, John.